အားလုံးပဲမင်္ဂလာပါကျွန်တော်တို့ Study Abroad Education Facebook page ရဲ့ live session ကနေပြီးတော့မှကြိုဆိုလိုက်ရပါတယ်ခင်ဗျကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီနေ့မှာဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကျွန်တော်တို့ Study Abroad Information Center နဲ့အတူဒီ Kaplan ပေါ့နော်စင်ကာပူကထိပ်တန်းကျောင်းတစ်ခုဖြစ်တဲ့ Kaplan Higher Education Academy နဲ့ပူးပေါင်းပြီးတော့မှကျွန်တော်တို့မြန်မာနိုင်ငံမှာရှိတဲ့ကျောင်းသူကျောင်းသားတွေအတွက်ရည်ရွယ်ပြီးတော့ဒီ problem solving workshop program ကိုကျွန်တော်တို့ရဲ့ Facebook page ကနေတစ်ဆင့်live ထုတ်လွှင့်ပေးသွားမှာဖြစ်ပါတယ်ဆိုတော့ကြတော့ဒီနေ့ session မှာဆိုရင်အဓိက sharing လုပ်ပေးသွားမယ့်အကြောင်းအရာတွေကကြတော့ဒီ problem solving နဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့ basic information ပြီးတော့ဒီ basic skill ပေါ့နော်ဒီအရာတွေကို sharing လုပ်ပေးသွားမှာဆိုတော့ကြတော့ဒီကျွန်တော်တို့ရဲ့Facebook live ကနေရောပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ခုဒီ Zoom session မှာjoin ထားကြတဲ့ကျောင်းသားတွေအားလုံးအတွက်လည်း information အများကြီးရမယ်လို့ယုံကြည်ပါတယ်ဆိုတော့ကြတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ရဲ့ live session လေးကိုကျွန်တော်စလိုက်ချင်ပါတယ် Yeah hello Desmond
Hello, hi. Hello, everybody.
Okay, so please introduce yourself and make the presentation start.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
So is everybody can see my slides? Yeah. So welcome all to the problem solving skills workshop. Yeah, by Study Abroad in Kaplan, Singapore. And the presenter today is Desmond. My name is Desmond Hong. So about the presenter, so about me, I completed my Masters of Business Administration (MBA) from University of Northumbria at Newcastle in Kaplan, Singapore, and also my Bachelor of Science in Marketing in UCD University College Dublin, Kaplan, Singapore. I also obtained the WSQ Advanced Certificate in Training and Assessment to be a WSQ trainer. And currently I'm working as a country manager for the international recruitment for Myanmar, for Cambodia, Indian and subcontinent, Russia, and Central Asia. Once again, welcome everyone for taking your time to join our workshop. Yep. So to begin our workshop, I will give an introduction on the problem solving. So the problem solving workshop, the introduction is the problem solving involve the creating and selecting. So in both our creativity and also our decision making. So our creativity is probably using much more towards our right brain on terms of creativity, and also our left brain for those logical, those guts decision. So in both for the introduction, the creativities generates options for us to choose from. And by using our decision-making skills and select the best option that is available from what we come out from the options. But one thing for sure is what you are doing, you always have problem to solve. Be it what you're going to eat later, be it what you're going to do later, be it what you're going to do tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, and you can learn and to be good at it, at solving the problems. So the first one will be find what's causing the problem. So what's causing a problem will be find the right cause. Probably when you move, when you have not getting enough sleeps, it's probably not the bed. Probably the bed is a problem, or probably the room is not bright enough, or probably because you have some stress or insomnia. So find the right cause is important to find the root cause and what causing the problem. So in problem solving is very important to find the right cause, and there may be more than one root cause to the problem. It may not be the bed that you're sleeping is not getting you sleep. It may be other. It may not be the room that's not brighter enough that's not getting you to sleep. It may be some other causes, but you need to find one or maybe more root cause to it. So for the next one will be in list down all the possible causes. So we list all the possible causes that cause us to, insomnia, and also we will find the real cause to it and fix the problem. So problem solving consists of three possible solution will be possible causes. List down all the possible causes that makes you, the problem, and also find the real cause that will identify the problems, as many as you can, and also fix the problem once you identify the root cause. And then there will be one or two root cause for the problem. There might not be always one solution to fix all problem. So we'll probably a 1 or 2, and it's for you to really go and find out the root cause and to fix the problem. So the next tactic will be asking the 5 whys. Yeah, so asking the 5 whys, we do have the idea is to ask why. Probably maybe it's up to 5 times, but definitely more than 1 time. So the 5 whys tactic will help you to get you down to the start of the problem, to know why was the start of the problem. When you find whys, why probably why the fish is not caught. Is it because the net is small? Why the net is small? And why the net is big? And all these whys will help you to, eventually find a way to get your solution, asking the 5 whys tactics. So the 5 whys tactics will probably use more than once, and you can until you get down to the root and the start of the problem. So back in the 1950s, the Capital Tango method that is most commonly used until now. Right now in the present day, the method is very efficiency to others. Firstly is to find the situation. Secondly is to find the problem. And third is to find the cause. Fourth is a solution. And fifth, select. And sixth, the risk that you're going to take after you select the options. So for the first situation where you can find out, we can take an example of a printer. There's a very popular term that we will ask ourselves, when does it happen and when does it not happen? So for the first one, for the situation for the printer, it's not working. Why the printer is not working? We're going to find a possible cause. Probably does it print from the laptop, or does it print from the printer from itself, or does it print from other devices? And secondly, if the printer is still not working, does your computer work with other printer? We probably will check whether this printer probably not suitable for this computer, or maybe if you change a new computer, will the printer is okay to print? And thirdly, if the printer is not working, so does a printer has a faulty printer plug? Is it changing a plug will help to solve the problem? So probably the plug is faulty, or probably the electric circuit is spoiled. So probably there's we change a new plug, and we change a new power circuit, power point to work out the printer. And if lastly is a printer is not working, does a printer, the possible cause will be, does a printer have faulty printer plug? And the solution will be try putting the different leads. So for this Tango methods is proven to find the situation and the problem first, and the possibilities, list all the cause and the possible solution, and select the most best option that you have, but also there will be risk for pros and cons using the selected options, whether this printer eventually will like it or not, or be working or not. So the formula, the tactics is to apply brainstorming and mind map tactics for problem solving. So the brainstorming is a gathering of ideas, including all ideas, and keep the momentum going, and let go of the ownership, and use both sides of the brains. Because usually our right side of the brain is more creativities, but it's a mirth that is at our right side of our brain. So usually, of course, the other side of the left side of the brain is more logical, structured thinking. So for the phase one, for brainstorming, it's usually we gather all the ideas from all the people in the room, and not to make judgment first. Once you make judgment, people will think that we have some issue with the solutions, so that will not implement and so forth. And secondly, does not mean that the most dominant person will get the most effective ideas. So that's what brainstorming is for you to find out, for you to get ideas from all the people in the meeting room, and not to make a quick judgment, to keep the momentum going and moving, so that people will contribute their ideas, people will contribute their solutions to the problem, and to let go of the ownership. It's not that this solution is from you, this solution from him or from her, so that to let go of ownership, and so that we will not judge, and we will not so fast come to a conclusion, and will not get the wrong answer. And also using both sides of our brain for the brainstorming, to using both the creativities and also both the structure and logical thinking to apply to the solution. So the second one will be mind mapping. This is one of my favorite mind mapping tactics, which I learned during my high school days or maybe secondary school days. So the mind mapping tactics is, usually it's better to, you can see in one glance in the big picture. And also usually the subject is at the center of the page. Our subject, our objective, our goals in the center, and set some tips on doing the mind mapping. Therefore, for mind mapping, usually we go for landscape layout so that there's more space than a portrait. So using a landscape, we can make out everything's on a one piece of paper more effectively, and using colors, image, and text. So I use for different colors to represent some other things. I can even use image. I can even draw a tiger there. I can even draw a school there or whatsoever that is made me to remember, okay, what is there on the mind mapping for me to, relate easily and recall easily using mind mapping. And usually a mind mapping, you can use a whiteboard. Probably a whiteboard, everyone can contribute their ideas, their solutions at the whiteboard to draw up, to make up everyone's ideas, and also to use a tablet or iPad. So in the this 2021, I believe every one of us have smartphone or smart tablet or iPad and so forth. So it's easier for you to draw on the iPad and use the mind mapping skills. So the mind mapping is a very, very useful tactics that I will highly recommend. And of course, the use of mind mapping you can also use for note taking. When you're taking notes, when you're studying, I think it's very good when you're studying or even working, and explaining and presentation. So it's good that you can find some templates. You can Google some mind maps templates on the internet to do, or of course you can use your PPT to do the mind mapping. So for mind mapping, it's a very, very effective way, to find out the solution, the root cause, and probably they interlink each other. So for the solution, for implement workable solution for decision making, as I say, always consider the implementation as well as the solution for the problem solving. The first one will be if the decision is close, then it doesn't really matter which option you choose. Because let's say if you choose between from US and Singapore, or probably US and Europe, let's say you flip into Singapore, you can Singapore go to studies or go to US to study, or you're deciding going for a trip between Europe and UK. So it doesn't really matter both ways it goes, as long as two different paths will lead to two different scenario. And of course you can toss a coin, tail and head. This is very common between all ages, I believe. I also use the coin sometimes to make my decision, because while you're tossing the coin, probably you have already know what answer do you have before the coins toss up, give the answer. But if you do not have the answer while you're tossing the coin, then you can wait for the answer, what the coin is going to tell you, and decide what you're going to do and going to do next. And eventually, it really doesn't matter, because it will lead to two different paths for you. And thirdly, is to take the simplest solution. We take the simplest solution for the problem. If let's say training a job for a better, let's say if you change a new job with no better salary or progression, then you rather stay at the old job for now, for the simplest solution. And dedicate the decision. Probably you can ask your family, your father, your mother, or your siblings, your brother or sisters, or even your best friends, your loved ones, whether to help you to discuss and more about the decision that you're going to make. So this is a 4 workable solution for decision making. If you can always for your consideration. And last but not least is a conclusion we have. For the conclusion, we do have a negotiations rules. Never jump straight to a solution. always generate more ideas and select the best option that suits you. Involve other people in generating ideas. So this is good for brainstorming, this is good for mind mapping. These two very, very good tactics that you can use, be it in your studies or be it in the future while you're working. And also separate the generating of ideas from the judging. So always don't judge first. Give people a chance to give their ideas. After that, we'll come up with the best solution after everyone give their ideas before we make a judge. Use both logic and intuition, meaning that the right brain for creativity and also for the left brain for the logical, your gut feeling, all this. Use both to really go and decide, what the problem solution will be, instead of just using one side or one side of the brain or using creativity. Sometimes creativity is really good, and sometimes really a structured logical is also even better. So we'll come out from all the generate ideas first, then we'll pick up the one using both our logic and also our gut feeling. And last one, don't settle on the option if that's not good enough for you. Always find the best solution that fits on for you, because there's no one solution that fits all. And there's always problem for us, to solve, and using different tactics. Some works for you, may not work for him or her. So usually we will, try to use the tactics on brainstorming, on mind mapping, and hopefully you can find the problem that you want to solve, and always find the root cause. And there's always no more than one root cause, and probably 2 or 3 or maybe more. And also, lastly, for the Keijo Dengo, for their mind mapping skills, for the listing out all the causes and selecting the best solution for yourself. Okay, thank you so much. That's all for my problem solving workshop. Hope that you enjoy.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Desmond. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So raw live session ကနေပြီးတော့မှကြည့်ရှုနေတဲ့အကြောင်းသားတွေအားလုံးလည်းအခုဒီ Kaplan ကျောင်းတော်မှာပေါ့နော် Desmond ရှင်းပြပေးသွားတဲ့အဓိကတော့ဒီ problem solving နဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့technique တွေပေါ့နော်ဥပမာဒီ brainstorming တို့ mind mapping တို့ဒါတွေကတို့လူငယ်တော်တော်များများမှာလည်းကျောင်းသားတော်တော်များများမှာလည်းအားလုံးလက်ရှိအနေထားအရသုံးနေကြတယ်ဆိုပေမဲ့ပို့ပြီးတော့မှ technique ကြပေါ့နော်ဘယ်လိုမျိုးသွားတင်တယ်ဘယ်အချိန်တွေမှာတော့ဘယ်လိုမျိုးတွေလုပ်တင်တယ်ဒီလိုမျိုး tip တွေအများကြီးပဲ informative ဖြစ်တဲ့အချက်တွေအများကြီးရရှိမယ်လို့ကျွန်တော်ယုံကြည်ပါတယ်ဆိုတော့ကျွန်တော်ရဲ့ဒီနေ့ဒီ live ကနေပြီးတော့မှ Facebook live သွားနေတဲ့ session ကိုတော့ကျွန်တော်ဒီမှာပဲရန်နာကျင်ပါတယ်ထပ်ပြီးတော့မှဒီ Kaplan Institute Kaplan Higher Education Academy နဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးတော့မှကျောင်းကိစ္စတွေနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးဖြစ်စေတခြားဘယ်လိုမျိုး program တွေကျောင်းသားတွေအနေနဲ့ရွေးချယ်လို့ရတယ်ဒီလိုမျိုးကိစ္စတွေနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးတော့အသေးစိတ်သိရှိခြင်းနဲ့ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကျွန်တော်တို့ Study Block Information Center ရဲ့ဖုန်းနံပါတ်ပေါ့နော်3995133338 39944949လုံးခုမှာဆက်သွယ်ပြီးတော့မှမြင်နိုင်ပါတယ်ခင်ဗျဆိုတော့ဒီ Facebook Live ကနေကြည့်ရှုနေတဲ့အကြောင်းသူကျောင်းသားမိဘဆရာဆရာမတွေအားလုံးလည်းBNN ဘောကနေပြီးတော့မှကိန်းဝင်နိုင်ကြပါစေလို့ကျွန်တော်ဒီနေ့ကနေပြီးတော့မှဆုမွန်တောင်းရင်းနဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ရဲ့ဒီနေ့ live session ကိုဒီမှာပဲအဆုံးသတ်လိုက်ပါတယ်အားလုံးကိုကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်နော်